Mahlzeit. Seid gegrüßt. Willkommen, lange nicht gesehen. 5 Minuten. Seid gegrüßt. Herzlich willkommen. Das ist schön, Maurice. Ich hoffe, ihr seid alle bereit. Dauert noch ein bisschen, bis es losgeht. So, Hallöchen Matthias, Hallöchen Jensemann, Hallöchen Bobby, Hallöchen Hotte, Hallöchen Maurice, Hallöchen Gamerfalk, Hallöchen Satan, Hallöchen Christian, Hallöchen Lars, Hallöchen Warcrafter, Hallöchen Buffmorder, Hallöchen Timo, Japan-Fan natürlich auch, Manu, Hallöchen, hier oben, Imkani07, Hallöchen, Sir Rail, Hallöchen, Werner natürlich auch, Senior, Matthias, Sauerbier, Nemesis, Maurice, Evil Raider. Warcraft hatte ich schon, ne? Habe ich jetzt alle vorgelesen oder habe ich jetzt jemanden übersehen? Jensemann natürlich auch, Hallöchen. Tropi, hallo. Mr. Freeze, Hallöchen. Xenirus natürlich auch. Wann geht's los? In 25 Minuten. Ihr könnt den Stream natürlich auch gerne verbreiten auf Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wo auch immer ihr seid. Hey Virus. Ja, Senior, mal gucken. Ich weiß leider nicht. Wartet mal, auf Twitch wird es bestimmt sein, oder? Habt ihr einen Link von der Show? Mods, könnt ihr den mal reinstellen? Satan, Hallöchen. Und Timo natürlich auch. Wartet mal, wo finde ich denn den hier? Major Tom, Hallöchen. Mal gucken, wo ich das hier finde. Das ist schön, Manu. Dankeschön, Werner. Mir geht's gut und viel Spaß auf Arbeit. Kannst ja die Aufzeichnung angucken, wenn du Lust hast. Und viel Spaß dir auf der Arbeit. Es ist schön, dass du eingeschaltet hast. Ja, Elden Ring, aber ich glaub's nicht, Lars. Ich glaub's nicht. So, jetzt aber zurück zum Thema. Wo finde ich denn die Future Game Show? Hier auf Twitch vielleicht? War nix, weißt du das? Schick mir mal den Link privat im Discord, war nix. Aber jetzt nicht von einem anderen Streamer, sondern schon die offizielle, weil ich kann nicht einen anderen Streamer streamen. Das geht nur nicht. Eine offizielle Seite geben davon, oder? War nichts, schick mir mal bitte. Ja, mach's gut, Werner. Also es ist kein anderer Streamer hoffentlich. War nix. Oh, Dark Souls 3 Soundtrack. Sofort wiedererkannt. Witcher 4 ist doch schon längst bestätigt, Timo. Dass sie daran arbeiten. Schon seit 2 Jahren. Erst 20 Mann und seit Cyberpunk-Release ist die ganze Ballade von Cyberpunk-Entwicklern zu dem Witcher 4-Projekt. Das haben sie aber schon länger bestätigt. So seit 1,5 Jahren oder so. Dragon King, Hallöchen. XT-Gamer, Hallöchen. XT-Gamer Gamesradar steht auch im Logo. Also das ist der offizielle Kanal, ja? XT? Kannst du mal reinschreiben? Ja, nein? Nicht, dass ich da raufklicke und dann ist das irgendwas Privates. Also was heißt privat? Ein anderer... Das darf man nicht. Gamesradar, okay, dann habe ich es gefunden. Danke. Dann habe ich es ja schon gefunden. Und wann geht die los? Muss doch irgendwo so eine Stream-Erinnerung sein. Okay, also 22:45 Uhr auf den Dings raufklicken. Alles klar. Danke. Lord Nikon, Hallöchen. Nerd, Hallöchen. Ist das nicht Spoilern? Was ist Spoilern? Daveson, Hallöchen. Ja, auf was freut ihr euch denn? Oh, Lord Nikon ist ein Kumpel, das freut mich. Warcrafter. Kommende Spiele anschauen ist kein Spoiler, nee. Vorfreude. Also ich hoffe Gamesradar, warte mal, gibt's hier? Hier. Alter, jetzt wollen die einen Altersnachweis. Oh, Alter, die wollen Altersnachweis-Games, warte mal, gibt's das auch, wird es auch auf Twitch gestreamt? Nee, die kommt erst die Tage. Das ist aber so abgemacht. Hasko, Hallöchen. Gibt's es auch auf Twitch? Bestimmt, oder? Jensemann auf Gollum, Maurice auf Call of Duty. Heißen die da auch so? Ah, hier. Okay, ich gehe rüber, aber er ist noch nicht losgegangen, aber man sieht hier ein bewegtes Bild. Moment. Moment. So. Was war das eigentlich für ein Spiel gewesen von dem Soundtrack gerade? Wisst ihr das? Habt ihr es wiedererkannt? Oh. Mal rüber hier. Mass Effect 2 kommt jetzt, Soundtrack. Also. Mach dann den Ton an, wenn der Stream losgeht. Übertragung meine ich. Hey Kartoffel. Die ist Mittellaufwerk. Serie. Die ist Mittellaufwerk. Nee, werden allgemein Neuheiten gezeigt. Allgemeine Neuheiten werden gezeigt. Nee, du musst einen Ausweis vorzeigen, Jensemann. Zumindest stand das da gerade. Deswegen bin ich jetzt auf den Twitch-Dings gegangen. Steht's bei Deutschland? Gegen 3-0. Habe ich gerade gesehen. Wie findest du Manhunt? Das ist ein Spielewunsch. Kann ich mich noch nicht dazu äußern. Kann ich mich noch nicht dazu äußern. Hey Nick. Steht hier. Eine Stunde draufziehen. Eine Stunde wegen Zeitverschiebung musst du auf 22:45 Uhr. Ich glaube 1. Weiß ich aber nicht genau, muss ich nochmal nachgucken, Bobby. Im Discord ist eine Mitgliederspielewunschliste. So. Zwei. Ah, okay. Also Satan, sein Spielewunsch ist es. Ich hoffe auf einen Teaser zu Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga und Battlefield 6. Also ich bin gehypt auf Gollum. Das neue Spiel, also das von Herr der Ringe, Gollum, also von Daedalic, die das gerade entwickeln. Da geht es um Gollum von Herr der Ringe. Ist die PlayStation 5 mit oder ohne Laufwerk? Mit Laufwerk Serienfan. Immer noch. Demnächst, Manu. Du bist genau in diesem Ding drinne, wo es losgeht. Also erst kommt God of War 3. Und der Nachfolger von Zelda bist dann, glaube ich, schon du. Ich schau mal nach, ganz kurz. Moment. Hab doch eine Discord-Liste. Moment. Spiele, Mitglieder Spielewunsch hier. Ja. Hitman 2015. Also God of War 3 ist der Nachfolger von Kingdom Hearts. Das haben wir gestern abgeschlossen. Also nächste Woche Mittwoch geht schon God of War 3 los. Der Spielewunsch von Florian. Oder von Flo 1, weil er heißt ja so. Und dann also der Nachfolger von Zelda Wind Waker bist dann schon du, Manu. Mit Hitman. Und danach kommt dann The Order von Jensemann. The Order 1886. Dann kommt Bambi mit Sinking City. Dann kommt Mussolino mit Crusader Kings. Dann kommt Claudia Selavi mit Project Eden. Und dann kommt Varnix mit Mad Max. Dann kommt auch schon Janko. Weil von Dragon King und Varnix haben wir ja erstmal, wartet mal. Von Varnix und Dragon King haben wir ja erstmal Spielewünsche gemacht. Dann geht erstmal die Liste weiter. Dann würde Janko sofort kommen. Mit Mussolino und Claudia zusammen. Ragnarök, ja mal vielleicht, aber ich glaube nicht, dass die sowas hier bringen. Das kann ich mir nicht vorstellen. Das kann ich mir nicht vorstellen, Leute. Aber ich habe auch eine leise Hoffnung auf Elden Ring, glaub's aber auch nicht. Aber mein Gott, guck. Abwarten, Tee trinken. Hey Sonny, nee, geht jetzt los erst. 22:45 Uhr. Hello again, Tröbchen. MLW, Hallöchen. Oh. Na gut, 5 Minuten haben wir noch. Ja, was heißt rattern? Das sind halt Spielewünsche. Die Leute haben dafür bezahlt. Oder zahlen immer noch. Das sind halt die monatlichen Subscriber, die ihre Spielewünsche äußern können. Ab 10 Euro Subscription, also ab Rang 3. Deswegen gebe ich ja mein Bestes. Das hier alles. Genau, Tropi. Ranking, wie geht's dir eigentlich? Ja, ich weiß schon, Bobby. Ich mache mich mal ein bisschen kleiner. Kleinen Moment. Nicht, dass ich zu viel Bild wegnehme. Da noch mein Fallout-Dings drin. Wartet mal, das mach ich mal schnell weg. So, schon besser. Ich hoffe, es geht so. Ich will so viel Fläche wegnehmen. Hey Toka, weiß ich nicht, keine Ahnung, was jetzt hier gezeigt wird. 100 Spiele sollen gezeigt werden. Aber viele auch Indie-Spiele. Stalker 2 habe ich gelesen. Soll auch vorgestellt werden. Mit Gameplay. Hey Jack. Und ihr könnt da eure Däumchen parken, auch wenn es eine Show ist und ich nicht so viel dazu beitrage. Könnt ihr gerne eure Däumchen da lassen. Wem's gefällt am hoch, wem nicht am runter, ne? Habt ihr eure schönen Däumchen da, ne? Gute Besserung, Dragon King. Mir geht's ganz gut, Dragon. Hatten vorhin viel Spaß mit Fallout gehabt. Das könnte sein, Kahn hört, aber mal gucken. So, ich mach mal den Soundtrack schon mal aus. Auch wenn er schön war. Claudia ist... Nee, glaube ich nicht. Wenn dann AFK-mäßig. War nix. Days Gone 2. Ich glaube viel Indie-Spiele, Leute. Das, was ihr alles erwähnt, das sind auch alles AAA-Spiele. Mal gucken. Lass uns einfach überraschen. Auf geht's. Hey Dennis. Ja, Bobby, aber das ist doch... Sind doch keine Indie-Spiele. Wie geht's? Gut? Wie geht's selbst? Check. Du bist ein Idiot, ey. So, ich mach mal ein bisschen lauter, oder? Warte mal. Geht gleich los.
You better watch closely. Oh yeah.
War das gerade Blacktail? Und Deponia. Oh ja, Deponia-Teil wäre auch geil. Säulen der Erde. Was für ein schönes Spiel gewesen. Gamervolk, willkommen zurück.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Gollum!
To the Future Game Show pre-show. Hi guys, I'm Stephanie Panso.
Stimmt, die geht erst 23 Uhr los, die Hauptshow.
Recognize me as Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2. Luckily, I'm not on zombie duties today. Thank you, Leon. I'm really sorry though. I'm here to guide you through an exclusive first look at some exciting games from our friends at Dedalic Entertainment. The main show kicks off in just a few
Jetzt geht's schon los,
minutes. But why wait when we can dive into world exclusive reveals right now? To kick things off, here's Dedalic to tell us more about them and what they have in store.
Gollum. Gollum.
My name is Carsten Fichtelmann. I am the CEO and founder of Dedalic Entertainment. Welcome to our offices in beautiful Hamburg, Germany.
Geile Firma. Deponia und Co.
Our team is currently working from home, but I am in the office, alone. Dedalic is now in its 15th year as a developer and publisher. Over the course of this time, our studio has created a long list of original games, from classical adventure games like Edna and Harvey, The Whispered World and the Deponia series, to the tactical RPG Blackhearts and the interactive adaptation of Ken Follett's Pillars of the Earth. We are very proud of our work, all the critical acclaim and awards that we have received over the years. And most of all, the fantastic support of our fans worldwide. 2 years ago, we first announced that we will enter the world of Middle-earth with our new action-adventure, The Lord of the Rings Gollum. Our goal is to take this fascinating character and tell a story that offers a new perspective on this familiar tale while being faithful to the wonderful work of J.R.R. Tolkien. The game will be released in 2022. We are very excited to give you a first sneak peek at the end of this showcase today.
Oh, am Ende zeigen sie Gameplay.
Working as a development studio has also influenced our direction as a publisher. We understand developers and what matters most to them. That is why the teams we work with always have full creative control over their games, as we try to do our best to help them realize their vision. We are always looking for fresh and innovative new
Man hört sofort, dass es ein Deutscher ist, so wie der Englisch spricht.
Players in deep storylines like the suicide of Rachel Foster or challenge their strategic abilities like in Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun or Iratus, Lord of the Dead. Or connect players all over the world in fast-paced multiplayer action like Barotrauma, Witched or Unrailed, a game that you can play anywhere with anyone all over the world on PC and the consoles via crossplay.
Nee,
We're
2022,
excited to
Bobby.
share with you what comes next in our journey. Today we will provide you a closer look at some of the games coming in 2021 and beyond, new reveals and surprises along the way. One of the most beloved games, Shadow Tactics from Mimimi Games, is celebrating its 5th anniversary this December. Shadow Tactics took players to Japan during the Edo period. With a group of 5 skilled specialists, you fight on behalf of the Shogun in a game that reinvigorated the hardcore tactical stealth genre. We're happy to announce our plans to return to Japan later this year. Take a look.
Mimimi Game, geiler Name.
How do you do it, huh?
Hat es jemand von euch gespielt, den ersten Teil?
I was
Shadow
forced to
Tactics?
master my emotions at a very young age. Now, shall we begin?
Let's finish this. Ready when you are.
Ready, Aiko-san.
Lispeln, ja, aber man hört auch vom Aussprache, da irgendwie klingt. Jürgen Klopp redet auch so. Jürgen Klopp redet genauso. Das merkt man, wenn ein Deutscher Englisch spricht, das merkt man. Oh, DLC. Standalone aber.
Aiko's Choice is a standalone expansion for Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, coming late in 2021. And you can wishlist it now on Steam.
Okay.
From the beauty of Japan, we now head to the bottom of the ocean, where horror lurks in the shadows, and every step you take may be your last.
Weiß jemand, wie lange die Alter. Weiß jemand, wie lange die Show gehen soll? Ist ja cool. Kann man bestimmt auch im Koop spielen. bestimmt wieder hardcore schwer. Auch nicht schlecht. Elex 2 haben sie doch schon, also die haben sich die Rechte wieder gesichert an Elex, also gehen viele davon aus, dass es ein zweiter Teil kommt.
Hidden Deep is coming to early access in May.
Aber ich glaube nicht hier bei der Show.
On Steam today to stay up to date on the latest developments.
Hidden Deep.
I'll let you in on a little secret. When I grow up, I want to be an android bounty hunter. You know, fast cars, crazy weapons, and endless villains to use them on. Luckily for me, this next game makes all those dreams come true.
Are gang disputes keeping you up at night?
Nacht, Maurice. Die Hauptshow geht ja erst los, ne?
I'm the lead developer of Dark Lord, and today I will show you one of the missions from our game Glitchbang. You'll get a sneak peek into the second episode, where 3 factions fight for domination. Brainwashed Ordo fanatics, an anarchistic biker gang called Reapers, and working class android rebels known as
Sieht aus wie GTA 1. GTA 1 und 2. So ein bisschen.
The police already knows that something's very wrong on the streets of Baltia. Roadblocks and bounty hunters might soon show up. But if everything goes well, we'll see this contract finished, earning some extra cash and perhaps a new tech. In Glitchpunk, your character progresses through new modules that give you new hacks, new abilities and passive stat increases. It allows you to mess with pedestrians, gang members and police officers in all sorts of ways. Instead of fighting solo against a group of enemies, it might be a good idea to start up a fight between gangs and police. Hacking system and branching storyline are the major features of the game. Right after this mission, there is a chance to push the story into one of 2 possible directions. All of that adds to the replayability of the game. I hope you enjoyed this short presentation and keep an eye on our Steam page and Discord channel for more updates in the future.
To prepare yourself for cyberpunk carnage and sandbox action across multiple cities, you can wishlist Glitchpunk on Steam right now. Dedelic Entertainment is well known for their point-and-click adventure pedigree.
Hey, Serkan.
And our next game continues that tradition. So open your inventory and prepare yourself for a brand new announcement.
World Premiere.
Der GTA 2 Mod für Cyberpunk. Oh, Weltpremiere. Mal gucken, was ist das? Also wie gesagt, die Hauptshow geht erst los. Es ist noch die Pre-Game-Show. Die Pre-Show, meine ich. Nicht weinen. Leute der Sonderschicht. Ups, Entschuldigung. Nichts passiert. Ich glaube, viele AAA-Spiele, es werden, glaube ich, fast gar keine AAA-Spiele heute kommen. Wir werden bestimmt viele Indie-Entwicklerspiele sein. Also Indie-Games. Aber mal gucken. Nachher ist man immer schlauer. Lauri, Hallöchen. Das ist die Pre-Game-Show, die Pre-Show und um 23 Uhr geht die Hauptshow los. In 4 Minuten. Live auf der Point-and-Click-Adventures war klar, dass sie es hier machen. Interessant.
That That beautiful sci-fi adventure is coming to PC and consoles
Da
early
unten
next
steht's,
year.
unten rechts.
Okay, you're going to need a co-partner you can rely on in our next game, as 2 racers are connected by elastic. That's right, elastic. What could possibly go wrong? Let's find out in this brand new announcement.
World premiere.
So close, so close.
Oh, Ash! Okay, you gotta pick a side. Ash!
Jazz, you started on the left and then you went right, Jazz.
You went-
That is on you.
Oh no!
Oh, no, grab on
Okay, we got
Jazz.
Oh, this is like Sarlacc. All right, jump! Oh, we got balloons. Yeah. Yes. Whoa! All right, grab onto it, push it. Yep. All right, let's go.
Good lord, get off of us! Get off of us!
You get off of us! Jump, jump! Oh, we made that. Barely, we made that. Okay.
Sieht irgendwie stressig aus, das Spiel. Aber lustig.
Bumblebee here, yo. I don't know about you.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah!
Oh, they're gonna get it.
It's bee time!
By like a second. By like a second.
That was only a tiny peek. To watch the full video, you can check out the Stumped YouTube channel after our show. Fling to the finished releases in the second half of 2021, and you and your friends can wishlist it on Steam today. Next up, I want you to imagine a strategy game designed by medieval monks. Yeah, medieval monks. I bet you weren't expecting to hear those words in today's show. This game is one of a kind, so let's take a look.
The emergence of medieval books, a testimony to how we misunderstood the Middle Ages.
Pourquoi les escargots combattent les chevaliers?
Why do rabbits have swords and fight against dogs?
Was?
The thing is, these illuminations are not decorations.
Ce sont des vestiges d'un ancien rituel, le rituel que nous ne connaissons pas, mais qui existait à l'époque.
Was? WTF? Ich glaube, das hole ich mir nicht.
Let the battle commence. Inculinati hits PC later in 2021, so make sure to get it wishlisted on Steam. We revealed the first details of Lord of the Rings Gollum at the Future Games show last August. And today, we're excited to take our very first look at gameplay from Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Okay, jetzt schon? Oder erst? Jetzt? Oder? Gollum Gameplay.
Mustn't see us. No, don't look at us. The precious is gone.
Buh.
And that wraps up our pre-show. From ninjas in feudal Japan to the darkest corners of Middle Earth, I hope you've enjoyed these sneak peeks and reveals. A huge thanks to Daedalic and all the developers who showed off their awesome titles. For updates on all of today's games, you can follow Daedalic Entertainment on Steam. I've been your host, Stephanie Panicello, and it is time for me to hand over to some other Resident Evil friends for the Future Games Show. Take it away.
Ey, Suchti. So, jetzt geht die Hauptshow los. Sieht manchmal schlimmer aus als 1080, zumindest bei mir.
Hello and welcome to the Future Game Show. I'm Nicole Tompkins, though you may know me as Jill Valentine in Resident Evil 3.
Oh,
And
Jill
today,
Valentine.
We have an absolute monster of a show for you. And if I've learned anything about monsters, it's that they're best tackled with a partner. So please join me in welcoming my co-host, Jeff Shine.
Hey, Nicole. And hey, everybody at home watching. My name is Jeff Shine, but you might recognize me as Carlos Oliveira from Resident Evil 3.
Ja.
Nick, I feel pretty good about this. I feel like it's nice to get the team back together.
We do make a good team. Though, I mean, hopefully today's a little bit more even-handed, because I tend to do most of the heavy lifting, fighting Nemesis like 16
Keine Ahnung, Lauri.
times, getting the subway back on.
I hate to butt into the main show, but I think I had it pretty tough in Resident Evil 2. 2 words for you. Mr. X.
That's fair.
The important thing is that nothing bad can get us at the Future Game Show. So over the course of the next hour or so, we'll be showing you guys gameplay and trailers from upcoming games for PC and console for 2021 and beyond, with some exclusive trailers and developer interviews.
World premieres, exclusive trailers, and a few surprises in store.
Let's kick off with our first world premiere, and I want you guys to wrap up, get warm, because things are about to get chilly.
Was? Die erste Weltpremiere. Mal gucken.
World premiere.
So, any word on Kai? Or his supposed crash?
Don't, please. Nobody's ruled it a crash anyway. They said it just vanished.
Okay, wieder so ein Survival-Ding.
I don't know, sis. Once is bad luck. Twice. Well.
It's that damned robot. Always watching him. It's enough to drive anyone nuts.
Yeah, well, short drive at least. Anyway, the whole thing smells off to me. Like a setup.
Oh God. You don't think he couldn't have done this on purpose?
Who knows? I never did understand that kid. Not really.
Well, at least he's not alone this time. Little Charlie and Amelia, though, they've been through so much already.
Maybe they're better off without him.
That's what Kai said the last time we talked, but...
Let's face it, the little brother's pretty messed up. And who the hell knows where it really is right now.
Könnte vielleicht interessant sein, oder? So ein Survival-Ding ich bin zwar nicht der Survival-Fan, aber für die es feiern, bestimmt dann im Winter. Hey, Leon. Oder? Vielleicht gar nicht so uninteressant, das Spiel.
Hi, I'm James Simpson, director at Goldfire Studios, and we're working on a game called Arctic Awakening. Arctic Awakening is an episodic narrative adventure game about the survivors of a plane crash in the unforgiving Arctic winter. Their story is one of survival, friendship, self-discovery, and the mysteries they encounter along the way. The year is 2062, and you play as Kai, an ex-Navy pilot who has retreated into isolation after recent traumatic events upend his life. He now finds himself in unknown territory with a missing co-pilot and only an AI drone to keep him company. Today, we're really excited to share this exclusive gameplay from shortly after the crash.
In den ersten 2 Sekunden habe ich gedacht, das ist Gameplay zu Life is Strange. Aber nur in den ersten 2 Sekunden, wo der da im Schnee lag.
Without first starting a fire. Part of Alfie's job is never letting Kai out of his sight, and this tends to get under Kai's skin. Much of Arctic Awakening revolves around exploring the beautiful open world and uncovering the mysteries that
Der knuffige Roboter irgendwie mit dem
However,
Gesicht.
the choices you make or don't make through your actions and fully voiced conversations directly impact how
Hey,
Kai's
Lehrling.
relationships with the other characters evolve. Arctic Awakening is coming to PC, Mac, and consoles.
Und vergesst eure Däumchen nicht. Wem es gefällt, Daumen hoch, wenn nicht Daumen runter. Hauptsache lasst eure Däumchen da.
And enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks again to James for that exclusive first look at Arctic Awakening. Okay, Jeff, imagine being stuck in the same place in an endlessly looping cycle.
Oh, Nicole, that is my entire 2020.
Well, then you're gonna love our next game, as it's all about breaking free. Let's take a look at Returnal.
Wollte gerade sagen, das ist Returnal, das PlayStation 5 Ding. Exklusive PlayStation Ding. Das haben wir schon bei der State of Play gesehen. Vielleicht kommen sie jetzt ein neues Gameplay.
Hello, my name is Mikael Havare, and I am the Biz Dev and Marketing Director at Housemarque. Currently we're working on Returnal. Returnal, in a nutshell, is a fast-paced sci-fi shooter with roguelike elements, and as a new addition to Housemarque, we're adding a layer of narrative storytelling.
That can't be here.
Da bin ich auch sehr gespannt drauf auf das
You
Spiel.
take on the role of Celine. Celine is a deep space astro scout that crash lands on a planet called Atropos. On this planet, she quickly realizes that she's stuck in a never-ending nightmarish loop, that always upon her death, she wakes up in the same place, but the world has changed and all the challenges that she has to face are different. At the focus of the game, we have a very tight gameplay loop where you dash, jump around, shoot at enemies with lots of tentacles coming at you. There are also a lot of bullet hell elements, so fast-paced maneuvering, dodging, and running and gunning is the main focus of the game. But there are also lots of these storytelling layers that Celine finds out about in a non-linear fashion. So as you make your way through Atropos, you find out who your main character is, what is the sort
Uninteressant? Warum uninteressant ranking?
Secret that she's trying to answer, and also how this planet ties into the whole bigger picture and who are actually the inhabitants of this mysterious planet. Overall, we at Housemarque are looking forward to bringing you a very exciting and frenetic shooter experience, and Returnal will be hitting PlayStation 5s on April the 30th this year. So
am 30. April schon.
Game out there. Hope you enjoy.
Freue ich mich drauf.
Exactly as I left it.
Wenig Leute bestellt. Vielleicht schauen sich die Leute, wenn es rauskommt, ohne Vorbestellung. Diese Vorbestellung, das ist eh der größte Witz.
Thanks to Housemarque for taking
Siehst ja, was bei Cyberpunk da rauskommt.
Returnal is coming exclusively to PlayStation 5 on April 30th.
Wichtig ist ja, was ich, wenn die Spiele...
Love letter to JRPGs, set in a world where the past and the future collide on screen. But here in present
die Leute es kaufen, wenn es rauskommt.
We've got a world premiere of the newest trailer.
Was ist das denn hier? JRPG-Fans, hier was für euch.
Having these strange dreams. I think it's a memory of my mother from long ago. We need to hurry up. We have to stop her. I do feel a connection. There's something there.
Kommt die Tage, Buffmodder? Also meine.
I am Wilhelm the Wise. You, it seems, are a time mage. As am I. And while my powers have led to my youthful appearance, yours are the gift to see possibility.
Who are you supposed to be?
Hello, my name is...
Tell me if we survive. You know how to fight? Hold your ground. They won't get past us.
So many questions. Matthias the Frog, at your service. I have been keeping an eye on you for some time now. I suspected you had been chosen, my dear. It appears I was correct.
This will serve as a good opportunity for me to demonstrate my capabilities. I am certain I was created with a purpose. I wish to discover what it was. We'll have time for your banter later. Let's move forward.
Hold on. You have a talking frog? And you didn't mention it? A talking frog is like in my top 5 animals I want to meet.
Demo kann man jetzt schon spielen.
Chris Tales is coming to consoles and PC in July this year.
2021.
Back in 2015,
Elden Ring.
Axiom Verge blew us away
Tobi.
with its retro
Elden Ring.
Metroidvania action. Axiom Verge 2 is bigger and better, and the work of just one developer. So
Tobi.
prepare to feel very lazy in comparison.
Hello, I'm Tom Happ, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my upcoming game, Axiom Verge 2.
Wollte gerade sagen, da gibt's doch einen ersten Teil von. Hab ich schon mal gehört.
For anyone not familiar with the first Axiom Verge, here's a very brief synopsis. The story was a sci-fi adventure in which you play as Trace, a scientist who winds up in the world of Super.
2D-Sidescroller, genau.
His mind is preserved by machines, and every time he dies, his memories are transferred into a new, cloned body. It's a love letter to some of my favorite games growing up, including Metroid, Blaster Master, Contra, and many more. When I crafted the story, I made sure to think deeply about the entire universe of Axiom Verge. How did it come to be? How was it related to our world? I ultimately decided to break the full story of the Axiom Verge universe into multiple parts, with multiple perspectives, each intended to be its own game. And now, the next chapter is ready to be revealed. I don't want to spoil things too much, but most of Axiom Verge 2 is set before the events of Axiom Verge 1. But they are each standalone, complementary experiences, so you can play them in either order. In Axiom Verge 2, you play as Indra, the mysterious billionaire behind the worldwide Globe 3 conglomerate. Hiding in Antarctica is what appears to be an ancient, alternate Earth.
Ich glaube, diese Sidescroller sind immer sehr schwer, ne?
And the ruins of a civilization. But you get the feeling that something else is lurking just past the fringes of reality, waiting to pull you in. Although Axiom Verge 1 and 2 flesh out different parts of the same overall universe, their mechanics are quite different. The games share the same DNA, and fans of the first game will definitely feel right at home in this one. But make no mistake, this isn't just an iteration of the gameplay you saw in the first game. It is a complementary piece of the overall puzzle that is Axiom Verge. Now, it would be customary in a developer commentary to go into lots of detail about all the new and different mechanics and introduce new enemy types, bosses, and weapons, but I'm really hoping to avoid spoilers here. Even mentioning that there are spoilers is itself a spoiler. But one thing that does not change is that there are tons of hidden areas for you to explore and mysteries to find. So if you really like the feeling of figuring out deeply hidden secrets, I think you'll love Axiom Verge 2. Be sure to keep an eye out for Axiom Verge 2 when it launches on the Epic Games Store and Nintendo Switch this spring.
Thanks again to Tom for that guided tour. Axiom Verge 2 is due out on PC and Switch later in 2021.
This next game is what I'm all about. 60 ninjas enter. Only one ninja leaves.
Are you going to be that one ninja?
If I study this exclusive gameplay, anything's possible. Behold, Naraka, Blade Point.
Was? Von Sekiro abgeguckt, die Schlinge hier. Schaut's dir an. Schaut es euch an. Den Haken. Die Streamqualität ist übrigens liegt nicht an mir, das liegt an den Broadcaster. Falls manchmal Pixel auftreten sollten. Ebenfalls Leon. Buffmorder, hast du schon 700 geknackt? Heute? Guck mal nach, bitte. Hast du 700 geschafft schon? Buffmorder? Okay, so ein PvP, hä? So ein Nee, Senior. Ich bin kein PvP-Fan. Koop ja, aber nicht PvP. Und die Schlange, die da ganze Zeit oben am Himmel war, war der Schiedsrichter oder anscheinend, oder was? Also so die Welt sieht ja sehr interessant aus, auch das Kampfsystem, aber dieses scheint anscheinend nur PvP zu sein.
Naraka Blade Point is developed by 24 Entertainment and is due to grapple hook onto PC this coming summer.
Buffmorder, Herzchen rein!
Is an open-world action-adventure that took Kickstarter by storm.
Auf weitere 700 Stunden und noch viel mehr. Schön, dass du bei uns bist, Buffmorder. Herzchen für dich.
You'll understand why. Here's Weston Tracy with an exclusive new look at Savior.
Hi, I'm Weston, the director of the upcoming action-adventure game Savior. In Savior, you play as Sam, a stranger with no possessions and no memory. As you explore, you'll discover your origin and your place among the characters you meet. You'll have to either battle, evade, or persuade your opponents into joining you, in order to rebuild the broken world of Arcadia. At its core, there are three things that make Savior special. First is the combat system. It was inspired by playing years of Punch-Out on the NES. So you and many of your opponents have the ability to strike, dodge, and parry, which adds realistic strategy not really found in the genre. Opponents strike fast, but they all telegraph their strikes, so you'll learn their attack patterns.
Okay, gutes Kampfsystem für ein 2D-Spiel.
The early enemies don't block so well, so you can kind of button mash your way through. But as you progress, you'll need to watch for telegraphs and time your dodges, blocks, and counters carefully. Things get dicier when two opponents attack at once. They'll always try to surround you, and it's best not to let them. Next is movement. Sam runs and jumps like many other 2D action game characters, but she does much more. With our addition of parkour,
ich hoffe, die bringen Gameplay zu Black Wukong. Das ist noch ein Spiel, auf was ich mich sehr freue. Dieses Souls-like-Spiel aus China. Black Wukong heißt das, glaube ich. Vielleicht kommt das hier heute auch noch. Soll ja auch bald kommen. Tropi, das wäre noch so ein Ding, worauf ich mich freue. Aber die ganz großen Spiele, die kommen erst 2022 raus.
They are led by the laws of the Creed, which dictates all areas of Arcadian life, especially the punishment for doubt or challenge. Any who oppose the Creed are banished and dropped into the depths of the planet. They are known as the Fallen. But the Fallen survived their banishment. They explored their underground home where they thrived. But the Chosen and the Fallen have been divided too long. It's up to you to reunite them. All of us at Starsoft are working tirelessly to bring Savior to Steam and Nintendo Switch in winter of 2022. We hope you'll add Savior to your wish list on Steam, sign up for our newsletter, or follow us on social media to stay up to date on our progress.
Savior is coming to PC and Switch in winter 2022. Our next game opened the very first Future Game Show and had us itching to see more ever since. Please welcome Team Kill Media with a new slice of action from their console horror shooter, Quantum Error.
Oh. Horror-Shooter. Quantum Error. Schon wieder hier was für Doom-Fans. Bloß ein sehr langsames Doom. Sieht aus, als wenn es in Zeitlupe ist. Oder? Kommt euch das auch so vor? Von der Geschwindigkeit kommt mir das vor, als wenn es Zeitlupe ist. Vielleicht liegt es daran, dass er am Weltraum ist. Boah. Ah. Kommt mir das so langsam vor, das Spiel. Vielleicht bilde ich mir das auch nur ein. Der macht trotz Kopf weg noch weiter. Das kommt mir extrem langsam vor. So geschmeidig wie Lords of the Fallen. So, alles ein bisschen entspannt. Also ist ja nicht schlimm. Bloß Doom zum Beispiel oder so, das ist ja 100-mal schneller. Aber so bringt halt schon gute Horrorstimmung rein. Ui. Die Partygesellschaft kommt. Quantum Error. Kommt sogar noch für die PlayStation 4.
That was just 4 minutes of the terrifying Quantum Error, which is coming to PS5, PS4 and Xbox Series X and S.
Eure Meinung? Skala von 0 bis 10? Bis
Check
jetzt?
out Games Radar tomorrow.
The next exclusive trailer is unlike anything you've seen before. It's a playable metal album where the action brings the lyrics to life. Here's the newest trailer for Of Bird and Cage.
Product not yet rated.
Hey Igor, ja, hab ich schon. 1 von 10? Drinking, du bist aber kritisch heute. Ich glaube, ich werde mir da mal den Test reinziehen von dem Spiel, wenn es dann rauskommt. Okay. Also wenn die heute Elden Ring rauspacken sollten, dann feiere ich. Glaube ich aber nicht dran. Wahrscheinlichkeit ist bei 1%. Ich glaube, Elden Ring E3 kommt Gameplay.
We can exclusively announce that Of Bird and Cage launches for PC on May 20th, and PS4, Xbox One, and Switch later this year. You can wishlist the game right now on Steam. Our next game is all about the power of cooperation.
Like when I fight Nemesis and you shout advice from a safe distance?
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty much exactly like that. Here's Joseph Fares to tell us how you'll be teaming up in the new adventure game from
Hey,
EA
funny
Originals,
VVE.
It Takes
Sei
Two.
grüßt.
Are you ready for the roller coaster ride of your life? No.
Mach das, King. Schön, dass du da warst. Und danke für dein
My
Däumchen.
name is Joseph Fares, and I'm the founder, a writer, director at Hazelight Studios. And Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, A Way Out, and now the new game coming out March 26th, It Takes Two.
It Takes Two, das ist ja stimmt.
Actually, what we do at Hazelight is
soll ganz gut sein.
unique. What I mean by that is that we're creating co-op experiences that are written and designed from the beginning, from the start, like that. You do have co-op games out there, but none that are created like this in a narrative way. These are not drop in, drop out, which means that we can create unique experiences and unique stories that's very there are situations in this game, I would say, that's almost have a physical connection to the player.
Das ist doch, das haben wir bei der State of Play gesehen, ne?
It's also something I think is underestimated what you can do creatively.
How comes you get all the cool gadgets?
Because I'm cooler than you, Cody.
Sometimes the connection, it could be metaphoric connection, like we have a section where you're playing as a piece of magnet. That's a metaphor for attraction. So whatever happens in the story will be reflected in the gameplay. Even an example like this, in this case, they are in a tree. And
Bobby, bitte aufhören mit
the
diesem
clay character Cody, he forgot to
Medal
bring the
Zeug
hive.
da.
So in real life, obviously. So right now, the squirrels that live in that tree are in war with the wasps, and you actually use the squirrels' high-tech weapons to take out the wasps. So. And as you see, May can shoot matches and he can shoot sap, and when you combine those, you create an explosion. So again, it's a unique mechanic for every character that kind of connects to the story. That's why I keep saying, whatever you meet in the story, whatever happens, you'll
Wie
be
oft gibt's
playing.
diese Show und wo? Ich glaube nur einmal im Jahr.
What you're seeing here is just the mechanic for this level, and you will be doing different things.
Und wo? Bei mir.
Every level you play, and whatever happens
Und bei
in the
Database.
story,
Nee, Gamesbase. Gamesradar, Entschuldigung. Ich weiß nicht, streamen doch bestimmt ein paar Leute, oder? Auch aus Deutschland, oder?
If you buy the game and you play it in a couch and you play with a friend for free, then it should be the same for you if you play it online. It wouldn't be fair just because your friend can play with you in the couch, this person have to pay double the price. You know what I mean?
Dankeschön,
From that
King.
perspective, Friends Pass came up because it makes sense. It's a logical decision.
Yeah, you feel that? Kisses, you like? What is wrong with
Es hat extrem gute Bewertungen bekommen, ne? Dragon King, das Spiel? Habt ihr schon getestet? Soll extrem gut sein.
It's gonna be a joy and adventure. I can't wait to look at some reactions when the players stream this and play this, because I know there will be definitely some really cool reactions, especially on some scenes, and especially one scene that I think is gonna be quite special.
You feel it?
All right, so the game is coming out on March 26th. It will be on, let's see now.
Also in einer halben Stunde,
PS5,
Leute,
Xbox,
kommt das Spiel
Xbox
raus.
One, Xbox X, Series X, and I don't know. but not Switch for now. We don't have any plan for it now. Who knows in the future, maybe. But other than that, all future console and next gen.
Der sieht aus wie einer, der Drogen anbietet. Auch von der Aussprache. Hey, ist ne.
You'll be able to take advantage of Friends Pass when It Takes Two launches on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC tomorrow on March 26th.
Also auch noch für die PlayStation 4 und 5.
It's like Cyberpunk meets Sherlock Holmes as you crack cases in virtual worlds. Are you ready to play Digital Detective in Game Deck?
What? Cyberpunk meets Sherlock Holmes? Sherlock Holmes meets Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk nicht, aber Sherlock Holmes, yay.
It's a strange profession. Game Deck. You're neither a player nor a detective. You know the rules and how people break them. How they leave a digital trail.
Gute Nacht, Dennis.
There's always a trail. A flaw in the source code. Backdoors used by cheaters. Anonymity skins, used to cover up unpopular activities. All can be found. All can be traced. With a lot of skill and a little bit of luck. Sometimes more than a little. Because there are surprises, even for a game deck. But in the end, you keep your eyes on the prize. The trail never gets cold. And so the game is always on.
Hä? Also ich habe jetzt nicht so richtig verstanden, das Spiel, aber vielleicht ist es cool. Morgen gibt's eine Demo. Disco Elysium, oder? Nee. Oder? Game Deck.
Game Deck is coming to PC September 16th, 2021. And you can wishlist it on Steam right now.
Nicole, question. Do you think you got what it takes to be a firefighter?
Yes.
You want to maybe test those skills out in a game before trying anything dangerous?
Also yes.
Ja, haben wir schon gehört,
Let me
Lehrling.
introduce you to Ember.
Demon's Souls auch. Hab ich
Are
gehört.
you ready to join the gig economy? Become your own boss. As a firefighter, food delivery person, or a courier, Ember hits consoles with cross-play functionality for up to 4 players.
Hey, Mickey Mouse!
Rescue together. Escape together. Deliver together. Boss fight together. And salvage together. Risking your life for money has never been more rewarding. Ember, launching summer 2021.
Ember is out now on PC and Stadia and is coming to consoles later this year.
Our next game takes one of the best detective adventures of recent years and makes it prettier and puzzlier, yes, that's a word, than ever before.
What?
This is Kathy Rain, the director's cut.
Point-and-Click-Adventure, Leute.
Hi, I'm Ariel Siegel, and I am delighted to be here at the Future Game Show to talk to you about Kathy Rain, Director's Cut. This is a game that excites me a whole lot because, well, first, I play Kathy in it, but also because the Director's Cut is an even better version of the original game that launched in 2016. For those of you who have been missing out, let me fill you in on the details. So, Kathy Rain is a point-and-click adventure set in the 1990s. It's the story of a strong-willed journalism major, that's me, who is forced to confront her troubled past as she
Sassen, du
investigates
Ciao,
the
Lars. Der
mysterious
ist doch
death
grad
of
gekommen,
her
der Mickey Mouse.
recently departed grandfather.
Warum sagst du ciao?
Armed with her motorcycle, a pack of cigs, and a notepad, Kathy delves into a local mystery surrounding her hometown that takes her on a harrowing journey of emotional and personal turmoil. The director's cut features an extended story with more puzzles to solve and new areas to explore. There's also an expanded and remixed soundtrack, cool new bike designs to unlock, controller support, and more. It's been almost 5 years now since Kathy was first shared with the world, and we've taken everything we've learned to give you the most complete realization.
Das ist ein richtiges klassisches Point-and-Click-Adventure.
I, for one,
Auch von der Grafik
love being a
her.
part of this
Könnte bestimmt geil sein.
And I can't wait for you all to get on the Catmobile when we launch this fall on Steam for Windows, Mac, and Linux.
Thanks to Ariel for showing us Kathy Rain, the director's cut, which is coming to PC later this year.
Now it's time for a sneak peek at what's in store from our pals at Team 17. Oh, how many hours have I spent playing Worms over the years?
I once fought giant
Hey, Warwick.
worms in a sewer.
It's a very different vibe, Nicole.
Gute Nacht, Senior. Schlaf schön. Black Myst Wukong ist gut, ja, Lars. Also, sieht bis jetzt ganz gut aus, der Gameplay, was man da gesehen hat. Bis jetzt. Oh. Naja, ein bisschen. Bisschen Souls-mäßig wenigstens. Das sah jetzt mal gar nicht so unentspannt aus. Wie geht's dir, Mickey? Alles gut, Mickey Maus? Boah, Alter, jedes Mal geht der in diesen Bildschirm. Entschuldigung, Leute.
Hello? God damn, is this thing on? Oh, it is? Good. This is the cult leader. I'm interrupting this broadcast to invite you all to submit your application to become my new cult architect when Honey, I Joined a Cult enters Steam Early Access. We are not a dangerous organization. In fact, we're all about the safe sex. So come join the inner circle when Honey, I Joined a Cult comes to Steam Early Access.
Das freut mich, Mickey Maus. Lars, Mickey ist gekommen und nicht gegangen, weil du vorhin gesagt hast, ciao.
That was a collection of games coming from Team 17 over the coming weeks and months. For more info on them, check out gamesradar.com.
15 games in, and we finally get to fight some zombies.
Oh.
Back for Blood. You up for some co-op play, Jeff?
Hier, Back 4 Blood, dieses Spiel, was hier alle feiern. Gibt's wieder Gameplay.
Lucky for me, I've got developers Turtle Rock to show us the game instead.
Mal gucken. Ist was für Stefan Wettke. Steffio. Hat er jedenfalls gesagt.
Getting out of here is the key to my happiness.
Everyone ready? Follow my lead if you can keep up.
Just try not to do anything stupid.
Hello, I'm Leanne Papp, and I'm the executive producer at Turtle Rock Studios. Right now we're working on Back 4 Blood, which is a first-person co-op zombie shooter that takes place after a catastrophic outbreak where most people have either died or have been infected by what we're calling the devil worm. In this game, you're part of a group of veterans that we refer to as the Cleaners, who are ready to take the fight back to the zombies, which we call the Ridden.
They're gluttons for punishment today.
This is alpha footage that stars 4 of our 8 cleaners. We've got Walker, Evangelo, Hoffman, and Holly.
Schlaf schön,
and as
Japan.
you watch the footage, you're going to see that we have a lot of different kinds of Ridden.
Schlaf schön, Japan-Fan. Schön, dass du da warst. Danke
Like
für dein
the
Däumchen.
Tall Boy and the Stinger, and then there are also mutated versions of them as well. But we've got something that's especially special for us that we're very much into and very excited about, and we feel that this is bringing something new to the genre. We have our Ogre. He is this massive mutated Ridden that rises from the ground, and in that moment you have to decide if you're going to face off against this tanky character or run away and face him when you're better equipped.
Oh, this is not good!
Ich glaube, das haben wir, glaube ich, schon mal gesehen. Bloß halt nicht so ausführlich mit dem Troll hier. Dem Zombie. Riesending. Bei State of Play, glaube ich.
Roguelite elements with our card system that's actually pretty cool, and we think provides a different spin on it and provides even more replayability to the game. So we should definitely talk about our game director as well as our card system.
Hey, Mike.
You're going to be familiar with how we start off this game. You're going to start in a safe room with 3 of your friends, and the game director is going to
Vor allen Dingen ist es noch von einer Frau als Chefin, Mike.
what kind of challenges he's going to throw at you and your
Ist die Executive Producerin hier, die hier quatscht.
Swarm of Bruisers or Ridden on Fire. And you then get to know exactly what it is that you're going to face. So after
Also da haben sie echt viel Blut eingebaut, da hast du recht. Also jetzt nichts gegen Frauen sein, aber ich hätte nur gedacht, dass sie ein bisschen weniger Blut benutzen. Alter Vater.
As you can do things like improving the quality of items and weapons that are found in the world. You can make it so your team can carry more Molotovs or medkits.
Game Award,
or you can even do
ja.
something cool like your team gets a burst of health when you get incapped. We're really excited to see what you and your friends do with your cards.
Gotta be something around here. There you are.
Ich glaube, es ist Alpha-Gameplay.
Back 4 Blood is coming to Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, and PC. You're going to be able to play the game in the upcoming open beta on both PC and console. We're going to have more information on that soon, so stay tuned.
Es hat jetzt, also dieser Trailer, also das, was er jetzt gezeigt hat, hat mehr Spaß gemacht, als das, was sie vorher von dem Spiel gezeigt haben. Deswegen bin ich gespannt. Ich glaube, ich guck's mir an.
Here's the world premiere of the new cinematic trailer for Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
Oh, neues Warhammer hier. Warhammer-Fans, gibt's das? Neuer Trailer.
World premiere.
12.10.
Once mortal, we stood against enemies of order. Our souls, freed from the weakness of flesh, arrived at the gates of heavens, shaped by righteousness, reforged in thunder, clad in living armor. We come down among lightning to protect the mortal realms once more. We are Sigmar's wrath manifest. In his name, we wage war! We are the Stormcast Eternals.
You can step into the shoes of a Lord Arcanum when Tempestfall launches on Oculus and Steam this summer.
Hey, Jeff, you remember the hospital siege in Resident Evil 3?
Oh, how could I forget?
Well, this next bit is a little bit like that, except instead of zombies, I'm gonna throw loads of games at you.
Oh, that actually
Gute Nacht,
sounds way
Kanye,
better.
schlaf schön. Nacht, Jack. Das Spiel heißt echt Dorfromantik. Habt ihr das gelesen? Das Spiel hieß Dorfromantik oder heißt Dorfromantik.
For more information on all those great games, make sure to check out GamesRadar.com.
Now, if you're looking for something more melodic than the sound of Jeff's voice, you should check out our next game, The Longest Road on Earth. Bonus fact, this trailer contains an exclusive performance of one of the tracks in the game. Enjoy.
Okay.
I've been walking for a while, there's 100 miles left to go.
Okay, man spielt einen Hasen oder irgendwas auf dem Fahrrad, irgendein Tier. Muss ich sofort haben.
On the way, gotta try. Dream of baby feels alright. Feels alright. I've been walking for a while, there's 100 miles left to go. 100 miles left to go. Oh. I've been running out of time, there's 100 miles left to go. 100 miles left to go.
Schlaf gut, Tropi.
The Longest Road on Earth launches on PC later this year.
Our next game is an open-world survival simulator that put PC gamers through hell. Specifically, Green Hell.
Green
Here's
Hell?
an exciting new announcement from the team at Creepy Jar.
Green Hell 2 oder was? Zweiter Teil von Green Hell hier, es wäre was für Amnu. Ach so, es kommt auf Konsole. So, ich dachte, das ist jetzt der zweite Teil.
Can you survive Green Hell? Find out when it comes to consoles in June this year.
This next game starred in our Gamescom show and tasks 2 cooperative spies to break into top secret locations.
Well, then it's a good thing I've partnered with Jill Valentine, huh? Master of unlocking.
Here's the latest news for Operation Tango.
Operation Tanga oder was?
Oh, we gotta work together?
Hey, that's
Tango.
what I'm
Oh
talking
dear, this is a
about.
recipe for disaster.
What did you do?
I'm gonna do it. You ready?
I'm nervous.
I'm in.
I'm very stealthy, thank you very much.
So I'm gonna need you to suck it up, Buttercup, and put that passcode in.
Your infiltration begins on consoles and PC.
Ah, kommt ja auch ein zweiter Teil raus,
Coming up
Matthias.
next, we take a trip into one of the deadly
Oh, Oddworld.
gauntlets of Oddworld Soulstorm.
Jensemann,
The
Oddworld.
series creator Lorne Lanning shows us what's in store in Abe's latest adventure.
Jensemann hier.
Hi, I'm Lorne Lanning, co-founder and creator of Oddworld, and I'm excited to be here at Future Games Show to bring you this abridged playthrough from Oddworld Soulstorm. At this point in the game, we're on a mission to hijack a train that we're told is at Fat Station.
And so with each level, you get an introduction, usually of your goal happening in the background, and now we settle down to where Abe just makes it into the scene. And now he needs to get to the Fat Station to hijack a train, and that should be up ahead. And now he's got a little bit of a journey through the world to get there.
Also ich glaube, das ziehe ich mir rein. Ich habe ja noch einen Spielewunsch. Ein Spielewunsch ist ja auch Oddworld, allerdings von der PlayStation 3. Den muss ich vorher unbedingt noch spielen.
And now you're approaching the Fat Station. So now you knew you had to reach the Fat Station, and there's a train, and you know you got to hijack a train, but you're going to have to get through the Fat Station first. And this is a lot of where we wanted more of the story telling us through the 2.9D camera, so we have that setup and that approach. It feels more
Ja, Jensemann.
And here you can get an overlook, and if we look in there, this is the tanks and the whole area we're going to have to get through. And now you're dealing with snipers.
Danke für die Spoiler hier, Entwickler.
Running across steam vents.
Wenn ich dann Hilfe brauche, gucke ich einfach mir das hier nochmal an.
We wanted to get more of that sense of height and perspective and all that, and it also reveals secret areas that you wouldn't normally see, where you can go collect goods and stuff. But we're not going to go there right now, because we're just going to continue on and start going into the tank field, because we still got to get to the pump so we can get to the train, so we can complete our mission, and then catch up with our buddies at the trellis area. Here's some classic Abe play where, you know, he's using steam zones to hide from the enemies, and they can't see. They're kind of blind in the steam zone. So
Das heißt da oben Core, Medium, High. Also ich weiß, was das heißt, aber ist es der Schwierigkeitsgrad oder was ist das?
And this was a way that you could have traversed to get
Da oben
past
rechts.
this slick.
Wartet mal, ich mach mal die Facecam weg, damit ihr seht, was ich meine.
But if you use your, if you crafted up some inventory.
Moment, wenn er aus dem Rad rausgeht.
This would have been a stealth approach with
Da
no
oben.
killing happening.
Ist das der Schwierigkeitsgrad oder was ist damit gemeint?
This would be a little more, not nice approach.
Keine Ahnung.
Where you might have used something a little more lethal. And that would be very nice, and you don't want to do that, of course. Oops. But it's a different way to solve the same problem.
Ja, Warcrafter.
And along the way, we're hearing radio broadcasts that are telling us, filling us more in on the backstory, the propaganda of the world, what they're telling the common people.
Oddworld ist doch geil. Ist Tradition, Dragon King.
So we play off of that during
Oddworld
these
ist cool.
elevator rides. And if you pay attention to them, you get a little more data on the backstory and what's happening in the
Ja, da stand Core, Medium, High.
We're getting now to the
Das
pump
ergibt
area.
ja keinen Sinn. Was ist denn dann, wenn High ist? Das wollte ich wissen.
Where there's Mudokons, you're going to have to get in through the pump all the way up to the train way above. So now this is like a tower of hazards, and you're going to get more and more Mudokons to go through here with you. And you're going to try not to get them killed, or yourself.
Wann geht denn morgen die Show los? Dragon King?
We cabled
Welche
the
Uhrzeit?
world, and when these cables are pulled and activated, you'll see the pulses running. So it really helped with people understanding what the problem, the puzzles were here. in cases like this. So you're getting more and more Mudokons following you through more and more dangerous conditions. And they're stacking up more and more, and the more you get, the easier it is to get lots of them more killed, even though you shouldn't. Come on, go, 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 go. Okay. And killing them, of course.
Ah, dann wäre er jetzt auch da. Ist jetzt aber weg. Da war nix. Okay, scheint nicht ganz so einfach zu sein.
Now, well, you only got there with, what, one survivor. He gets rescued. And from here, and look at all my dead guys, but from here, this gets us up to the area of the train station where we can now access the train that will then lead us on our mission forward. Oddworld Soulstorm is coming to the PS5, PS4, and the Epic Games Store April 6th. You can pre-purchase the game now on the Epic Games Store, and PlayStation 5 PS Plus members will be able to download the game at no extra cost.
Oddworld Soulstorm is coming to PC, PS4, and PS5 on April 6th.
What? So früh schon?
First revealed at the Future Game Show last June, Serial Cleaners builds on the hit crime scene clean 'em up with 4 distinct cleaners and 4 distinct
Kein Ding,
styles.
Mike.
Let's see a messier approach in our first gameplay reveal.
17 Uhr.
World Premiere.
Werde ich, glaube ich, streamen. Ja, werde ich streamen. Ein Serienmörder hier, oder was? What? Serial Cleaners. Müssen wir vielleicht ermitteln und sauber machen dabei, oder was? Klassiker.
Grab your mop and your rubber gloves because Serial Cleaners is coming to PC later this year. You can wishlist the game on Steam and Epic Store now.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
But neither can they hear you say, whoa. Which is exactly what you'll do when you see the amazing things Frontier is doing in Elite Dangerous Odyssey.
Elite Dangerous. Ist, glaube ich, auch made in Germany, ne? Weiß ich gar nicht, ich glaube ja. Ich glaube, Elite Dangerous ist in Deutschland.
Hello, I'm Gareth Hughes from Frontier Developments and I'm the lead designer on Elite Dangerous.
Nee, doch nicht.
Right now, we're working on Elite Dangerous Odyssey, the most ambitious expansion for Elite Dangerous to date. For the first time in Elite's history, the Odyssey expansion will allow players to set foot on light atmospheric worlds powered by amazing new planetary technology. Players will be able to disembark from their ships and explore these planets, discovering new settlements and organic life forms while taking on missions and engaging in intense first-person combat. Today, we're really excited to share this exclusive footage of Apex Interstellar.
Welcome to Apex Interstellar, your gateway to the stars.
A shuttle service that will be available to all Odyssey
Bestimmt so ein Ding, die hier auf, wäre bestimmt was für Leute, die auf dieses Star Citizen warten. So ein bisschen eine abgeflachtere Version oder so.
To take them between the ports and settlements in inhabited space.
Your shuttle is ready to depart. Thank you for choosing Apex Interstellar.
Players can even call a shuttle to pick them up directly from a planet's surface, just like you'd hail a cab. Additionally, we'd like to talk about how the release of Odyssey will give players the opportunity to experience the excitement, scale, and beauty of Elite Dangerous from a brand new perspective. Odyssey's boots-on-the-ground gameplay will add on-foot exploration, salvaging, bounty hunting, heists, and much more, all seamlessly
Oh, ich werde gerade
integrated
angerufen,
into the
Leute.
existing game.
Ja, ich werde gerade angerufen. Bin gleich wieder da.
Elite Dangerous Odyssey is coming to PC in
Bis
late
gleich.
spring 2021, with an alpha scheduled to begin a little earlier on the 29th of March. PlayStation and Xbox releases are planned for autumn 2021. Thank you for watching, please enjoy the rest of the show, and we look forward to seeing you in the game.
Thanks to Gareth for that look at the game. The Elite Dangerous Odyssey Alpha will be available on PC starting March 29th. Imagine what you could do with a machine that can read memories. That's the killer setup of Don't Forget Me, a new adventure game from the Moon Pirates and...
Most of my memories involve being chased by a giant mutant.
Oh, yeah. You remember that time the bug, laid eggs in you?
Ugh, we don't talk about it, Jeff.
Don't Forget Me launches on PC later this year.
So.
Next up, let's look at two new titles from movie games. The Polish studio is teaming up with Platij Image, who are famous for their work on Ubisoft and
Claudia,
Sega's
hallöchen.
CGI movies. Look out for more info on that in the summer. And here's what movie games are working on right now.
Wer ruft denn um die Uhrzeit an? Na, meine Familie. Meine Familie hat angerufen. Kein Problem, King. Dankeschön. Sehr lieb. Habe ich irgendwas verpasst?
The Great War didn't start as something we were worried about. We had no idea how it would change when they sent us directly to the front line. Into the chaos.
Danke, King.
And then in the mud and drama of trench death, we learned how to survive. And how to choose between life and death. Because every saved life counts.
Movie Games says you can look forward to hearing more on War Hospital and Fire Command.
Die ersten Spiele, die ich an meinem Geburtstag sehe, sind eins, wo irgendwas abbrennt und ein anderer, wo Weltkrieg ist. Auch nicht schlecht.
To find out why Lost Words Beyond the Page is such a special world, let's join director Mark
Ist das ein Zeichen für ein schlechtes Jahr, Leute?
Hi, I'm Mark Backer. I'm the founder of Sketchbook Games and the creative director of Lost Words Beyond the Page.
I'm Rhianna Pratchett. I'm a writer for video games, film, TV and comics, and I wrote the script for Lost Words Beyond the Page, and I'm working on lots and lots of secret things.
At the moment, we're just putting the finishing touches to Lost Words for Steam,
Das nicht so.
PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
So you play the game as Izzy, who is about sort of 11 or 12-ish, and she's just been given a journal for her birthday.
Danke, Gamerfalk, sehr lieb.
Writer, so she
Hast du dran gedacht? Sehr lieb von
she
dir.
has to deal with some difficult news about her gran, who gave her the journal in the first place, and she decides
Danke,
to
Jensemann,
write a
alles gut.
story to cheer her gran up.
We see her go not just on a journey through the pages of her diary, but also through the fantasy world that she's been writing about.
The story starts to kind of reflect what's happening in the real world. And we use things like the 7 stages of grief as art inspiration, as music
Danke, Leute,
inspiration,
danke.
as
Alles gut.
puzzle inspiration. And it's basically, you know,
Man feiert ja irgendwann nicht mehr Geburtstag.
which we can examine the real world. And this is a very
Dankeschön.
kind of a very visual representation of that.
The two worlds in the game play into each other in a number of different ways. So
Danke, Ronny. Danke, Claudia. Danke, Lina. Danke, Lars. MT. Christian. Mickey Mouse. Bafmorda.
We also see these little post-it notes on the desk around the diary that
Matthias.
sort of show
Serie.
the
Danke,
evolution
passt
of
schon.
some of the characters that you'll later be bumping into in Astoria, and different ideas that Izzy has had. The game is split into like 8 main chapters.
Danke,
Each
Lord.
one of those begins in the pages of the diary and then transitions into the
Danke, Bobby.
world of Astoria sort of halfway through. Lost Words is out on the 6th of April on Steam,
Danke,
PS4,
Major.
Xbox
War nix.
One, and
Danke.
Nintendo Switch.
Alter
you
Knacker,
can,
ja.
jump
So schlimm ist es noch nicht.
Steam and wishlist it right now.
Thanks
Jetzt
to Mark
Elden Ring.
and Rihanna for that
Zu meinem
exclusive look. Lost Words comes to PC
Elden
and
Ring wäre jetzt das
consoles
Beste, aber es kommt
April
natürlich
6th,
nicht.
and you
E3
can
irgendwann
wishlist
vielleicht.
it now.
In space, no one can hear you scream, but neither.
Whoa, Nicole, I already used that intro.
Oh, really? Our next world
Danke,
premiere
Mike.
is set in space, and it looks really spooky. So I thought, like,
Honestly, you had me at world premiere, so you could probably just cut it there.
Hey, Nemesis, ein Dankeschön. Danke, Virus.
World premiere.
Oh.
In the second era of the human empire, sonic matter was discovered in the galaxy of Neteron. It was here that humans decided to build the
Danke,
Metal
Karnerd.
Mother facility to harvest the sonic matter, the most precious
Alles
element
gut.
in the universe.
Raider, Dankeschön.
But it wasn't long.
So, jetzt wieder zurück zum Spiel hier. Oder zum Show. Danke 5 Euro. Danke Dragon King. Herzchen rein. Alles Gute. Dankeschön. Herzchen rein für Dragon King für die 5 Euro. Immer drauf. Dankeschön. Danke Xeniros. Nee, hab ich alles gesehen. Waren bloß halt sehr viele. Deswegen. Fokus liegt ja auf den Stream. Dankeschön. Esdore oder Esdor. Battlefield 6 wird bestimmt nicht kommen. Genauso wie Elden
that
Ring
was
nicht
our
kommt.
first look at Haunted Space, coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S sometime in the future.
Sehr geile Zeitangabe.
One Steam review described
Ich dachte, in der
our
Vergangenheit
next
kommt das Spiel
game
raus.
as Reservoir Dogs with more falling over.
Well, I guess I'd be Mr. Interested.
Okay. It's time for guns, cars, and double-crossing galore in Cryptic Sea's truly unique Sub Rosa.
Ich brauche keine Geschenke. Und Dankeschön, Huarek. Wie alt bin ich geworden? Kannst ja mal raten. Wie alt sehe ich denn aus? Wie alt sehe ich denn aus? Beim Spielen sehe ich älter aus. Na gut. Bei The Search sehe ich ganz alt aus. Bei The Search 2 sehe ich ganz alt aus. 38. Matthias, sag mal hallo. Wenn Matthias mich auf 38 schätzt, dann muss ich mal langsam Faltencreme benutzen. 27, danke Xenerus. Danke. 33 bin ich geworden. 33.
We're pleased to confirm that Sub Rosa is available right now through Steam Early Access, so you can
33.
start building your criminal empire today.
Okay. I hope you have your hankies ready.
Oh, Life is Strange.
We return to one
Life
of
is
the
Strange,
most
Leute.
emotional game series of recent years. Please welcome Zach Garris, Chief Creative Officer of Deck 9 Games, to give us a new look around Haven Springs.
They're definitely hiding something.
Wie viele Zuschauer sind wir denn eigentlich noch jetzt um die
I am
Uhrzeit?
Zach Garris. I am the Chief Creative Officer at Deck 9 Games and the Game Director of Life is Strange True Colors. It's a brand new adventure in the Life is Strange universe. Coming off the heels of making Before the Storm, we wanted to explore, who we are as storytellers and what the franchise has to offer fans with new characters and a new setting, and we're really excited about it.
Well, what do you think?
I love it.
So in Life is Strange True Colors, you play as Alex Chen. Alex is a young woman who's just left the foster care system. She's had a very difficult childhood, but she's also now about to start something new. Be out on her own and reunite with her older brother.
Dankeschön. Vergesst eure
Alex is
Däumchen
not
nicht.
like other
Wem's
people.
gefällt, Daumen hoch, wenn nicht Daumen runter.
Alex
Hauptsache
has
lasst eure Däumchen da.
a supernatural sensitivity to the emotional states of others.
Danke,
And
Serienfan.
it's not just the ability to read or be aware of other people's emotions. If people around her are feeling rage or grief or terror, the emotion overwhelms Alex and she feels it too. It gives her an empathic connection with that person. It gives her insight into what's motivating whatever that person might be going through. Up until this point in her life, this has been a curse. This has alienated her from others. This has led to behavior people around her don't understand and probably
Was ich nicht
mostly
verstehe bei
condemn.
Life is Strange, was mich auch immer so ein bisschen abschreckt bei Life is Strange, obwohl ich beide Teile gestreamt habe.
Explore
Oder
having more
3 Teile
agency
gestreamt habe.
over the player in terms of
Diese
where they go,
Superkräfte,
who they
warum
interact
machen die rein?
and the ownership that they can take over the story and over Alex's engagement with that town.
Nervt irgendwie ein
And so
bisschen.
we have built out a larger space than you typically see in a Life is Strange game, and I think we're very excited about the outcome and the result.
Alex, right? I'm Steph.
One of the most exciting components to Life is Strange True Colors is that Steph returns as a character. She was someone we discovered while making Before the Storm, a character that became a fan favorite. We wanted to really take that character and do much more with her. And partly it's a desire to continue to honor the depth and richness of the universe overall, that this is an interconnected place and that you're going to see from time to time characters from other adventures. I think part of what's really promising about the Life is Strange universe is its breadth, its depth, its potential, new stories, different walks of life. We're really shifting the franchise into a more of an anthology series. And so rather than order the titles sequentially when they're not actually sequels necessarily, it made more sense to name each game according to what that story is and how that story is sort of participating in that larger universe. True Colors just fits for what Alex Chen's story becomes.
I'm glad you two met. Is this dude my best friend? And this dude hands me the best beers?
When it comes to romance, Life is Strange True Colors offers players more choice than they've experienced in a Life is Strange game to date. And we're
Aber ist das Leben nicht auch ohne Zauberkräfte strange, Mickey Mouse?
Relationships that you can develop throughout the whole town, and in particular the relationships that you can have with both Ryan and Steph, who are integral to the storyline and in the shape of how the player chooses to engage with them in that story can become sort of romantic interest for Alex.
Was kam bei euch
Life
heute,
is
Mickey
Strange True
Mouse?
Colors will be available in September on current and next-gen consoles and PC.
Well, I'll be getting emotionally wrecked when Life is Strange True Colors launches in September for next-gen consoles and PC.
5 years ago, developers LKA wowed us with their psychological horror, The Town of Light.
Oh.
In 2021, they return with an all-new next-gen psychological thriller.
Cool.
Are you ready?
Von den Machern von Town of Light ein neues Spiel. Next-Gen-Game. Also langsam kommen hier mal ein paar Schmankerl.
Tell me a bedtime story. Not tonight. There's a fog.
We should have been there. Not her.
Ui.
Wake up.
You have another daughter, you know? The one who is living, remember?
What do you say, Irene? Julia's dead. What do you family?
Julia, is everything okay?
Ich glaube ja. Phoenix DLC. Martha is Dead. Werde ich mich sofort holen. Weil es auch wieder mit 4K.
Martha is Dead, published by Wired Productions, comes to PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC in 2021.
Do you ever look at the state of modern civilization and think, God, I could do so much better than this?
Yeah. I mean, have you seen 2021?
Well, time to put your money where your mouth is in Amplitude Studios' historical strategy epic, Humankind.
Humankind. Von Sega. Also Publisher.
wanted to create these huge, amazing forward games. Games that would dust off the genre.
So ein bisschen Civilization-mäßig,
In
ja?
Humankind, you have one main innovation, which is the ability to create your own civilization out of 60 different cultures.
The idea is that we give the player these historically accurate bricks, and they go and build whatever story they want to.
In history, we always had a group of people close to each other. With Diplomacy, we want to give you all these tools to be able to interact with this.
Hey, MZ.
To create a bond and a link, to create these alliances, or have to go to war with them.
Ja, war nix und Buffmodder. Das stimmt.
What was really important for diplomacy was the stories that players would tell each other. If you look at, say, the First World War, what happened, it wasn't.
Der benutzt Zahnbleiche. Der hat seine Zähne bleichen lassen.
People getting roped in.
So wie Jürgen Klopp.
Alliances playing off against
Sieht man.
each other. Negotiations. So, in order to be historically authentic, we needed to add a little bit more, more tools in the player's toolbox. Things like bribe or propose, threat.
Keine Ahnung, Nemesis.
We want things to feel, nicely immediate. We don't want to have sort of a round-robin vote of everyone deciding what to do. We want you to get feedback interactions, make things feel nicely quick, immediate, impactful. Your civilization needs resources in order to.
Aber irgendwie habe ich den Verdacht, dass am Ende der Show immer mehr so diese interessanteren Spiele kommen.
You can acquire these resources either.
Kann das sein? Oder, na gut, interessant ist ja immer Geschmackssache, aber da wo vielleicht mehr der Augenmerk liegt. Ach echt? Der hat keine echten mehr?
Transferring control of
Okay.
a border territory, paying a sum of money, changing a law or religion, joining a war, and so on. If the demand is refused, it can be used to justify declaring a war or breaking an alliance.
Once two civilizations have declared war, they'll need to think about their population's support for this war, or morale. This is a value that will tend to decrease over time.
Das ist ein Spiel für Steinballen. Kennt ihr den?
Fighting a conflict. You can also
Steinballen, den
damage the other
YouTuber?
side's morale by winning battles against them, by occupying their cities. In Humankind, your empire's choices with regards to events and the civics that you choose will define your empire's ideology. So depending on these choices, I'll have an ideology that will be defined based on this.
Naja, es ging. Also manche waren schon interessant, M7.
To go to war or to sign peace treaties. So, for instance, two civilizations that are very close will have trouble maintaining a war, but it'll be a lot easier to sign treaties because the populations feel a certain sort of brotherhood.
In the diplomacy of humankind, the possibilities are endless. You want to create a culture that will attract the sympathy of all these other empires. Will you be feared by your neighbors? It's up to you to decide how you will mark history as a leader.
Okay, that one I can't wait to get my hands on. What have we got coming up next, Nicole?
Our next game was the breakout star of last month's PlayStation State of Play.
Wollte gerade sagen, das
Tell
kenne
us
ich.
more about the limb-snapping kung fu combat of Sifu. Please welcome developers Slow Clap.
Das haben wir schon gesehen bei State of Play hier, das Spiel.
Hi, I'm Pierre. I'm from Slow Clap Studio, an independent game studio based in Paris, France. In Sifu, you play the role of a young Kung Fu student who is on a path for revenge after his whole family was assassinated by a squad of 5 mysterious assassins.
Warcrafter, es ist ja auch Crusader Kings 3 ein Spielewunsch, von daher muss ich bald in so eine Spielewelt eintauchen. Wird mir bestimmt auch sehr viel Spaß machen. Crusader Kings 3 ist ja auch bald dran. Ist ja auch sowas in der Richtung, so ähnlich. Soll aber sehr schwer sein.
So you may have seen our real trailer in the recent State of Play, and today we're excited to share some more information about the game. Regarding combat, as you progress through the game, you will encounter 5 bosses who are all connected to you and who are basically the assassins of your family. These 5 bosses have been inspired by Kung Fu values and the 5 elements of Chinese mythology. So this is wood, fire, water, metal, and earth. As you saw in the trailer, when your character dies, he revives instantly where they fell, and when your character revives, your character will age every time. Kung Fu means literally mastery through practice, and this is really an important theme of the game because we want players to feel like they've learned Kung Fu as they play the game and like actually gain this mastery. Sifu is meant to be a challenging game for sure. There is a limit to how much you can age.
Und Mahub.
And they will be discussing more about what exactly happens when you do have that game over in the coming weeks and months prior to launch. Sifu will be released in 2021 on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and on the Epic Game Store.
Everyone will be kung fu fighting when Sifu hits PC, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5 later in 2021. And that brings our spring showcase to an end. I want to see a huge thank you to...
Whoa, Nicole.
Oh, da kommt noch was.
Come on. Look, we can't end it there. In true Resident Evil fashion, there's always got to be one final boss form to fight.
You're right. Okay.
Okay, kommt noch was.
Yeah, I can find one more surprise. Roll the tape.
Keiner! Buffmorder hier! Ihr habt's gewusst.
I know you are kind.
Matthias! Herzchen rein für 100 Stunden. Auf weitere 100 Stunden und noch viel mehr. Schön, dass du bei uns bist.
You do not fully understand it. Here, Kenna.
Ein Hauch von Zelda, hä? Ein Hauch. Sega war vorhin mit Humankind, Dragon King. Humankind war von Sega.
And that definitely wraps up our show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. Special thank you to Nicole and a very, very special thank you to the amazing developers who helped make this happen.
32.
You can head over to the Future Game Show page on Steam to add your favorite games from today's show to your wish list. And don't forget to check out gamesradar.com.
Also Kena werde ich mir auf alle Fälle holen.
Guides and features.
I'm Jeff Shine.
And I'm Nicole Tompkins.
Und das Horrorspiel von Town of Light.
The third Future Game Show.
Das Horrorspiel von Town of Light, dann Kena, oder wie das? Und, den Horror-Shooter auf der PlayStation 5, die werde ich mir wohl holen. Dieses, was so ein Kampfsystem wie Outriders hatte, so, wie hieß denn das nochmal? Das ist relativ am Anfang von der Show gekommen heute. Wie hieß es nochmal? Wisst ihr, was ich meine? Ich bin 33, Lars. Aber vorhin schon aufgeklärt im Chat. Gute Nacht, Nemesis, schlaf schön. Martha ist dead, genau, das meine ich. Und aber den Horror-Shooter von der PlayStation 5 da. Returnal, genau, Returnal. Und Back 4 Blood, ja. Die werde ich mir wohl holen. Bei dem anderen Horror-Shooter muss ich erstmal gucken. Der so langsam war. Danke, Mahub. Die werde ich aber nicht erreichen. Ja, das war's mit der Game Show. Future Game Show. Wie hat euch die Show gefallen? Wer wieder Lust hat auf eine andere Show, heute 17 Uhr werde ich die übertragen. Und zwar die Xbox Game Show. Mal gucken, was da präsentiert wird. Stalker 2 habe ich gehört, soll kommen. Auf alle Fälle. Gameplay. Was noch, das wird sich zeigen. Ich habe einen leisen Hauch von Elden Ring, aber das haben auch die Leute schon gesagt, dass es nicht kommen wird. Die offiziellen, aber man weiß ja nie. Manchmal haben sie auch gesagt, es kommt vielleicht was und dann kam nichts. Vielleicht sagen sie jetzt, es kommt nichts und dann kommt was. Abwarten, Tee trinken. Auf alle Fälle 17 Uhr Xbox Game Show und dann abends dann Zelda höchstwahrscheinlich. Das Finale. Bis als State of Play, ja, ging ja auch länger. Sehr viele Indie-Games, ja. Die haben immerhin über 100 Spiele gebracht, ne? Gerade. Kein Problem, Lina, alles gut. Gute Nacht, Mike, schlaf schön. Ich wünsche euch eine gute Nacht. Ich bedanke mich natürlich auch für die Däumchen und für die Geburtstagsglückwünsche. Sehr lieb von euch. Wer Lust hat, wie gesagt, 17 Uhr Xbox Game Show. Oder wie heißt die? Auf alle Fälle die Xbox Show werde ich streamen. Und danach dann Zelda Wind Waker, wenn ich dann noch fit bin. Aber die haben ja heute schon 100 Spiele gebracht, Ranking. Was wollen sie dann morgen nochmal 100 Spiele bringen? Ich M7, ja. Schlaf gut. Schlaf gut, MT. Schön, dass du da warst. Gute Nacht, Warnex. Gute Nacht, Claudia. Lars. Gute Nacht, Jensemann. Gamerfalk, Morda, Mickey Maus. Alle. Schlaft alle gut. Tja. Was gibt's zu sagen von der Show? Kena bin ich sehr gespannt. Morgen kommen nur Brettspiele, Dragon King. Also 17 Uhr, ne? Wer Lust hat auf die Show, was Xbox in Zukunft so rausbringen wird, heute 17 Uhr bei mir einschalten, könnt ihr gerne gucken. Ich bin gespannt, ich hoffe ihr auch. Ich wünsche euch eine gute Nacht, schlaft schön und danke für alles. Dankeschön, M-Sieb, und schlaft gut. Tschüss.